Hello?
I'm truly humbled to be among all these aspiring women. And before I start interacting with all of you, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Mr. Jetli and Mr. Gulati for having me here. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that Jagran has taken a wonderful initiative of celebrating women achievers. And I'm so proud to have this opportunity of interacting with all of you. So I'm going to be interacting with you for quite some time now. And to make this interaction very engaging and insightful, I would request all the women present in the house to please participate in the discussion. Because I am no one to teach you what to do. We are here to learn from each other. We are here to cooperate with each other, collaborate and grow together. So I hope I will get support from each one of you. Thank you so much. So, in the beginning when our anchor said that it is a very significant day today because we have Mahashivratri and it is also coinciding with International Women's Day. So you all know that, when you talk about Shiva, he is also known as Ardhanareshwar, right? So why he is known as Ardhanareshwar? Because the genesis and creator of our universe himself says that he is incomplete without Nari Shakti. So how come so much of gender inequality is created in today's India? That is something which is a very, very serious issue. But I'm so happy because institutes like Jagran and many other institutions across the country are working towards bridging this gap. So to proceed further, let me show you one picture and ask you, Pehchan kaun? Are you able to recognize any face here? Anybody from the audience? Anybody? Kaun hai ye? Koi nahi? Kiran Majumdar-Shaw, absolutely correct. So, she is Kiran Majumdar-Shaw, founder of Biocon, one of the, very successful women leaders and entrepreneurs of India. And with her is another powerful woman who is Yamini Majumdar. She is the mother of Kiran Majumdar-Shaw. Now, why I am showing you this picture, please go to the next slide. Yamini Majumdar is the mother of Kiran Majumdar-Shaw, and she started her own venture after her husband's death at the age of 68 years. Right, so 68 is definitely a year when most of us will not think of starting our own venture. Right, and look, instead of celebrating and encouraging her, please next slide, she says that she has been always asked that, why do you work at this age? And the response that she gave is, if Vajpayee ji, who was the then Prime Minister of India, could rule the country at the age of 75, I can surely work at the age of 68. Right? So, women are breaking the glass ceiling. Women are crossing all the borders. There is not any field, be it sports, education, politics, corporate world, armed forces, you name it, and you have women ruling on important positions now. But this journey has not been easy, right? Next slide, please. Swami Vivekananda has made a very powerful statement once when he said that educate women first and leave them to themselves. Then they will tell you what reforms are necessary for them. In matters concerning women, who are you? Right? So this was mentioned by Swami Vivekananda. So imagine his thought process at that time, right? So today, when we all have assembled here, I want to ask all of you that let us spend some time and understand what women want. What women want. And with confidence, I will tell all the men in the house that we are not here to pull your positions down. Right? So don't get threatened by that. Nowhere women are, see, if women only want equality. Women never want revenge for what they have suffered all these years. So men are always safe. We are talking about creating a gender equal and gender neutral world. Right? So let me come down and ask some of my women participants here what you want, what women want. To begin with, I'll just start saying that, when a girl child is born, she wants a right to get educated, just like the right that a son in the family gets. Am I correct? Right? Now tell me, what do you see? You all have passed through your own journey. You all have been interacting with different, type of people in your family, in your life, in your work, everywhere. So based on your experiences, I want all of you to tell me what women of today want. Yes, anybody? What women want? Yes? Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Thank you. Myself, Medha. And I believe from my personal experience and experiences of others who have shared with me, women wants nothing great, there's nothing rocket science. They just want, irrespective of their stages of ages, right from the birth till their old age, I think they just want everybody around them, without being discriminating on gender, to be treated equally in small gestures. For example, you picked up education. For example, small little gesture of participating in sports, learning any kind of activity. Gender should not be derailer. It should be encouraged equally. In India, we call Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam.
Absolutely.
One for all for one.
Absolutely.
We are one. So we just want to be treated similar and same like our counterparts.
Absolutely. So she has made a valid point that today every young woman in our country wants equality. Right? Yes. Somebody from this side. What women want? Yes, ma'am, please.
Good evening, all of you. Har Har Mahadev. Today, women's just want, what can I say, that creative, cultured, and confident. They must be creative. They just want to do everything, whatever they want. They must be cultured. Means अपने culture के साथ हम आगे बढ़े and must be confident in every field.
Thank you so much. So women want freedom. We want freedom to live our dreams. We want freedom to work towards our passion with our culture. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. We have a very senior member sitting here. What women want?
मैं समझती हूँ कि हम लोगों को जब भी अपने बच्चों को आगे बढ़ाना होता है तो पहले लड़कियों को पीछे रखा जाता था कि लड़के ज़्यादा पढ़ें और लड़कियाँ नहीं। आज के समय में बहुत अच्छी बात है कि लड़कियां लड़कों से ज़्यादा पढ़ रही हैं, हर क्षेत्र में जा रही हैं। मेरी अपनी बेटी सबसे पहले जो महिलाओं का बैच गया था सेना में, तब मेरी बेटी एयरफोर्स में उसने ज्वाइन किया और बाद में स्क्वाड्रन लीडर से रिटायर हुई वो। और मैं समझती हूँ कि सभी को एक अवसर मिलना चाहिए जिससे वो हर क्षेत्र में आगे बढ़ रही हैं और बढ़ती रहें। थैंक यू।
Ma'am has made a valid point. Today women want equal opportunity in employment. Today women want equal opportunity. There should not be any gender pay gap. Right? So, yes, we have a hands up there. Absolutely. Yeah.
Hi, good evening everyone. I think today's women can do whatever she wants. The only thing she wants from the society and from her family is that she should be at least recognized for the work she's doing.
Absolutely.
At least a word of thanks and a word of support should come from, from the society and from the family members. And she's all set to rock.
She's unstoppable.
Yes.
Right? She's unstoppable provided the society gives her support, the society acknowledges her efforts, and small gestures of thank you and we are proud of you can give her wings to fly and soar high. Absolutely correct. Anybody from this side? One more answer. What women want? Yes? What women want? Yeah, please.
Obviously, it's a gender equality the women want. और जैसे सबने कहा, यही मैं भी कहूँगी कि सिर्फ एक्नॉलेजमेंट हमारे काम के लिए एक्नॉलेज किया जाए हमें, यही हर औरत चाहती है, हर लड़की चाहती है, सब यही चाहते हैं.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We are fortunate that all of us are here because we have family supporting us. We have wonderful male colleagues with us who are, encouraging us, supporting us in every possible manner. Yes, ma'am?
Yeah, I think it is their voices to be heard and act on, which we really feel is not being done.
If you talk about a woman, as I said, I repeat again, we want opportunity to get educated, we want opportunities in employment, we want to reduce the gender pay gap, we want safety on the roads. Even today, when you travel at certain places at night, why do you want to share your, travel details to your family? Am I correct? So we want safety in traveling and we want spaces where we can feel comfortable and confident, right? And the list goes on and on and on. And I'm happy to say that, the theme of this year's International Women's Day. Anybody knows what is the theme of this year's International Women's Day? Anybody? What is the theme? Inspiring inclusion. So this year's theme is inspire inclusion, invest in women, and accelerate progress. So why are we talking about inspiring inclusion? Because people have realized, you will be surprised to know that 50% of our world's population are women, but only 37% of them contribute to the global GDP. So how will the economy grow if all of the population, or at least 50% of the population, are not involved, right? So when you talk about inspire inclusion, we are talking about valuing, respecting, and empowering women in all walks of our life, right? We have to invest in women's education, healthcare, we have to work towards bridging gender discrimination, domestic violence, and creating spaces where we can get more women leaders in top roles, right? And when women come in the forefront, nobody will be able to stop the world and our country to accelerate on the path of progress. And that is why when you talk about Amrit Kal, right, today the government is talking about Amrit Kal because by 2047 we are going to celebrate 100 years of independence, right? So Amrit Kal has already started and women are going to play a very important role in Amrit Kal. Government is already emphasizing a lot on schemes like Beti Badhao, Beti Padhao. There is a special scheme of Stand Up India where young girls and women entrepreneurs are encouraged to start their entrepreneurial venture. This way we will be able to get more participation of women in workforce, right? So Amrit Kal has already arrived, this has already started, and it is anticipated that by 2047, women are going to be the front runners of our country's economy in all the spheres, right? So women power is going to be the future, yes. But now let me ask all of you, can you tell me, what are the dilemmas of Indian women? What dilemmas Indian women face? For example, right from childhood, there is a problem with our mental conditioning. Why are we always judged for our choices? Right? If a lady is working, she is always made to live in a guilt of leaving family and children behind. Many of us might still have carried the guilt with us even during this trip, right? When you are at home, again, there are a lot of issues that women face, and then the way in which our society treats men and women. When, please mark my words, men apologize for their weaknesses, but women are forced to apologize for their strengths. How many of you agree with me in this house? Right? When you are a strong woman, people don't appreciate your leadership skills, but they feel that you are arrogant, they feel you are egoistic, they feel that, you are threatening their existence. So the mental conditioning that we all go through right from an early age. Similarly, lack of self-belief. आपने देखा होगा बचपन से ही लड़कियों को बोला जाता है, अरे अकेले वहां मत जाना, भैया साथ में आएगा, है ना? ये काम अकेले नहीं करना है, वहां पे नहीं जाना है. So there is always somebody to protect you, because of which you never learn to take risk, isn't it? And so when you grow up, you are always lacking on that confidence. Similarly, work-life balance. What is work-life balance? I want to ask all of you that if family comes first, to all the working women sitting here, if family comes first, does work come second? Never. Life happens together, and we have to believe and trust that phenomena. Right? So work-life balance is a juggling act. It is all about deciding your priorities. But a woman is always questioned that how will you manage work with job? How will you manage your home with work? Right? And wearing a superwoman crown. Somehow, women are conditioned to become perfectionist. You have to be a wonder mother, a wonder wife, a wonder girl, a wonder girlfriend, everything wonderful with perfection. So you end up taking care of everybody around you except your own self. Right? Now I want to listen from all the powerful women sitting here. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on this? Yes, ma'am.
मैं समझती हूँ कि महिलाएं या लड़कियाँ पुरुषों से ज़्यादा वर्क करती हैं डबल. एक तरफ वो ऑफिस में भी अपने को प्रूव करती, कोई उनको ये ना कहे अपने कार्य क्षेत्र में कि वो लेडीज़ हैं, वो क्या कर पाएंगी, स्त्रियाँ हैं या लड़कियाँ. और दूसरी चीज़, वो घर को भी उतना ही देखती हैं, साथ में अपने बच्चों को भी, कि उनके बच्चों की लाइफ भी अच्छी जाए. तो मैं समझती हूँ वो 3-4 काम एक साथ बहुत ही सफलता से और बहुत तरीके से करती हैं, और इसके लिए महिलाओं को जो भी ताज मिले वो कम है. थैंक यू.
सही बात है. और कुछ, और कोई कुछ कहना चाहेगा? आपके एक्सपीरियंसेस, आपका क्या डिलेमा रहा है? आई एम श्योर आप सब करियर के जिस मुकाम पर हैं, it would have been a very challenging journey, right? All of you must have faced some challenges within the family, outside the family, in your jobs, in the corporate world. So please share it with all of us.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. I think if children are not doing well, nobody blames fathers. That's, I think, no matter, like, for example, I come from an army background. So my husband had been, almost all my life he's been away, and I had managed the children. So if the child gets spoiled or something happens, even though I'm taking care of everything because he's not there, but if the child has not done well, it comes from the family also, it comes from others also, from outside, inside, everywhere, and from sometimes from the father also, that you could not do this much also. So, and I think nobody blames fathers if the children have not done good. They always blame mothers for this, no matter how good she is managing the work, how good she is managing the family. So that judgmental part is never over. And mental trauma, it's physical, domestic violence in the physical sense has gone, but on a mental level and the psychological pressure is always there on women. That's still we have to work upon that.
I want more women to participate, please. What are your, yes, please.
Sometimes I feel like we are living under a glass roof. जैसे होता है ना, लोग दिखाते हैं कि इस ग्लास के ऊपर खुला आसमान है, यू कैन फ्लाई, बट जब आप उस वहाँ तक पहुँचो, उस चीज़ वो आप रीच करो, फिर पता चलता है कि नहीं, एक रूफ है जो हमें रेस्ट्रिक्ट कर रहा है, आप उसके ऊपर नहीं जा सकते हो। तो हमारी सोसाइटी ऐसी ही, अगर इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसेज और कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिसेज, तो वहाँ भी यही होता है, दे विल प्रमोट यू, लाइक तुम करो, तुम आगे बढ़ो, बट जब आप उस रीच तक, आप वहाँ तक पहुँचोगे, फिर फील होगा कि नहीं, अब वो लोग इसके आगे आपको बढ़ना नहीं देना चाहते, क्योंकि आप एक जब हाई पोजीशन पे पहुंचते हो तो किसी को भी विमेन के अंडर काम करना पसंद नहीं आता, मोस्टली केसेस में यही हो रहा है। तो इसलिए ये एक लगता है, कभी कभार लगता है ये बस शो ऑफ है कि आप आगे बढ़ो, बट ऐसा उन्हें अंदर से खुद को चेंज करना होगा।
So, it is correct that, people give you opportunities to women to grow, but when women reach at those positions, they are not comfortable working under women leaders, they are not comfortable working under women managers.
So I think the disparity starts from here. Wearing a super women crown, we just don't need that. So there should be an equality in each and every sphere. So that's my say.
मुझे लगता है कि महिलाओं के पास ये एक गॉड गिफ्ट ही होता है कि वो सब काम एक साथ कर सकती हैं, और हम लोग घर के काम या उतने ही प्यार से कर पाते हैं। तो अगर आप लाइफ में ये तय कर लें कि कितना टाइम आप प्रायोरिटी फिक्स होती हैं कि आप कितना समय किसको दे रहे हैं, तो आप बहुत अच्छे हो। और आज मुझे लगता है कि आज हम यहाँ पर आए हैं तो शायद फैमिली के सपोर्ट से ही। तो हाँ, यस, तो ऐसा कोई मेंटल प्रेशर या यस, ऐसा कोई मेंटल प्रेशर नहीं होता है। सबके सपोर्ट से महिलाएं आज आगे हैं, तो सबसे पहले अपने हस्बैंड का, बच्चों के सपोर्ट से ही आज हम यहाँ पहुँचे हैं। ऐसा कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है।
I just wanted to say that to avoid the blame game, like this guy has been in the hostel sent by the parents, so no blame game. Blame game goes to the teacher.
See, it is not about blame game. I told you in the beginning that women are never here to threaten the positions of the men. We want equal positions, sitting next to men, contributing in important decisions, whether it is home or office or anything, right? So that's what we are talking about. And in fact, yesterday while traveling, I was reading a recent research report which says that India will take 131 years to reach gender parity. Can you imagine? It is about Indian context. India will take 131 years to reach gender parity. It means that gender divide is deep rooted, right? We all come from, modern families. We all come from families where, people are more liberal in their approach. But if you talk about majority of the girls and women, the situation is not that encouraging, right? And unfortunately, what is happening is we have taught women and girls to come out and work, but we have not taught men to go home and help. So is it empowerment or exploitation of women? I don't want to answer. It is just a food for thought, right? Is it empowerment or exploitation? Because evening when you go home, you feel that my second shift has started. Because there are n number of responsibilities pending which you are supposed to do, because men will not do that because they are never told that this is your domain, isn't it? So that's what the thing is. Right, next slide. And if you, so ma'am is really fortunate, sir, in that case. And I have interacted with 10,000 young girls and women entrepreneurs across the country as a part of a Department of Science and Technology, Government of India research project that I was doing. And when I asked these girls that, what stops you from doing what you love and what you want to do? And I was shocked to know the answers. Look at it. You are so pretty. So what about getting a husband? This is very, very common even in modern families. Right, that जो करना है शादी के बाद करना, ससुराल जाके करना, सोलो ट्रिप पे जाना है, नहीं सोलो ट्रिप पे नहीं जाना है, शादी के बाद जाना, right? So that happens, and these statements are not from rural girls and women. These statements are from women and young girls across the country. Next. I love you, so I don't want you to get hurt anymore. So nobody will allow you to go out. राइट ट्रांसफर हो रही है, अरे नहीं बाहर दुनिया बहुत हार्श है, आपको नहीं पता आप कैसे करोगे, नो नहीं करना है. सो विमेन आर स्टॉप्ड. नेक्स्ट. Soon you will have babies and you may quit. So why start a career in the first place? Right? Because शादी हो जाएगी तो बच्चे करो तो उनकी responsibilities संभालो, and the women is trapped in this vicious cycle on regular basis. How will you manage things on your own? So women are not given an opportunity in many families to manage things independently. They have to take permission, and I have seen educated modern women earning well, finance managed by males in the family. Maybe husband if married, or father or brother if unmarried. Right? So next, it is not safe to travel alone. How many times it happens that when you are traveling to a new place, to a new country, and when you are traveling alone, your family is insecure. Right? But do they ask such questions to male members? Unfortunately not. Right? Next. You don't know how to deal with strangers. Next. I will support you if you provide me some special favor. This is also happening in corporates and at a lot of other places, right? So women has been a part of exploitation, be it physical or mental and psychological. But things are changing for good. And if I show you key facts of businesses led by women in India, BBC reported that only 18 to 34% of married women in India continue to work after having a child. And majority of women quit their jobs to raise children, look after parents, and meet other personal demands. Right? And it has been said that, you know, women are born with the responsibility of caretakers. You have to take care of everybody around you except your own self. Right? Then, currently in India, less than 24% of urban India's workforce is women as per a World Bank report. Right? And that is why I said it will take 131 years. 20% of total enterprises are only owned by women entrepreneurs. And if you talk about the MasterCard index of women entrepreneurs, out of 57 countries, India is at 52. Matlab, you are in the bottom 5 when you talk about you know, MasterCard India index on women entrepreneurs. So look where women are in our country, right? Next, please. It's the same slide. Next, please. And if you look at the ranking of countries on women entrepreneurship, India is among the top 10 worst countries. Right? So the scene out there on the ground is really painful for women. And I'm going to talk to you instances of how women entrepreneurs are, you know, struggling with the day-to-day things in running their enterprises, and you will be surprised to know that these facts are the realities of our life, right? Next. Look at this. One more click. If you look at top reasons of women taking break from full-time, you will be surprised to know that most of the reasons are personal, family-related reasons. And the interesting thing is, most of these women, when they are asked their intentions for the second innings in their career, 74% are interested in becoming entrepreneurs. Right? Because entrepreneurship gives you freedom. It gives you more opportunities to work on your own. You become your own boss, so things become little easier as far as work-life balance is concerned. Yeah. No. We are going to talk about journey of struggles and how women came out of it. Right? Because these stories are very, very inspiring. Let us go to some more interesting things. I'm sure you'll enjoy. Next. One more, enter. One more. See, if you talk about access to finance, because, you know, I know many women sitting here are entrepreneurs. Many of you are, you know, academicians. Many of you are doctors coming from different walks of life. When you talk about finance, women in our country have low access to finance.